Three, two, one, something. Welcome.
Uh,
Yeah, we
hmm.
took kind of a break for a while, like around a 2 week break. I don't know. We just
Has it
yeah,
been 2 weeks, really? Oh
yeah,
my.
around that, yeah. But
Oh
I don't
wow.
know. But
Yeah.
we just kind of record whenever at this point. But yeah, we were kind of busy for the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, so yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, we're back. We got three movies to cover. Been a couple
Mhm.
other stuff coming out, but
Yeah.
yeah, as of now,
I,
these are
I didn't
the
watch
things.
one of them though, because I don't care. I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so one of them would just be like excuse me, brief discussion. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, was there any like big news? Cuz I'm pretty sure there was.
Uh, I
Or so
trying to
um
think. Well, Twitter almost died,
yeah,
but then
Twitter
nothing happened.
almost died.
We kind of got too
Almost.
late to that.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
So
Not really even worth
that.
discussing. I don't even use Twitter,
But
so yeah.
yeah.
Um
Twitter should have died because I hate Twitter, but that
mhm.
was nothing really.
Yep.
Uh, this
Yeah.
isn't news, but the new Blue's Clues movie came out, and you all should
Yeah,
watch
it's
that. We can't
yeah,
talk
that
about it.
was a
We
banger.
can't talk about that since there's not much to say, but
Yeah,
it's
it's an
amazing.
epic.
Watch it.
If you grew up with the TV show when you were a baby, then rewatch it. It's made for the fans. It's made for the fans, and I'm
Steve
one of those
comes back,
fans.
everyone's favorite.
Steve, the
Steve
man,
and
my
Josh and
man.
Joe, like all the greats, they're
It's the
all there.
Spider-Man No Way Home of the Blues Clues
Exactly.
universe.
It's a rip roaring good time. Trust
Yeah, it's
me,
pretty
I can
epic.
guarantee.
Also, something interesting. There was stuff with like Avatar 2 and how in ordering to make a profit it needs to be like the fourth highest grossing movie of all time.
Oh yeah,
So
that.
I don't think that's
Uh,
gonna happen because like let's be honest, the main appeal of Avatar has kind of like become less, like rare nowadays because like good visual effects we see them all the time now.
like at the time, Avatar was like the whole point. Like the reason it was so
Mhm.
big is because that like at the time the just effects in general were
Uh-huh.
like genuinely mind blowing. Like to
Yeah, and
people,
they
like
still look
everything.
really good today. And there's like
Yeah.
a cool improvement with the second film as well, which I think is good. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but the point is, like, I think it'll still do well since like Avatar is like decent, like a lot. Even though a lot of it is just kind of it's like a punchline about how people can't remember it. People still
mhm,
do remember Avatar, like so it's
yeah,
gonna and I think people still will see it. It just
mhm.
I don't think it's gonna be the mega hit that like they're expecting.
Yeah.
And it's just
Like I don't know. Like, does
movie like
anyone
Avatar
really
can't.
get like? Do we have any major Avatar fans? Like, it's been like a
Exactly.
meme that no one could even remember like a character from the
Yeah,
movie. I remember one
exactly.
of the characters, but I just remember one of them. Like, they're not good
And,
characters. Like,
honestly,
Avatar is a
the funny.
breathtaking, incredibly mediocre movie.
Yeah. The funny thing about that is I'm pretty sure this is like I'm not gonna go on an Avatar tangent since I don't care about it. But I think part of it is just that like Avatar I think the reason people don't remember the characters' names because genuinely they don't
Mhm.
say character names much, and then all the
Yeah.
characters are really one dimensional. So like you're obviously not
Uh-huh.
gonna care.
Yeah, I don't expect
Anyway,
this film to do like as well as they think they will. It's gonna do well, I guess, but like it's not gonna be like Top Gun Maverick, which I'm really happy that film has made such a big profit
oh yeah,
because it's clear there's like a lot of passion with like the fight scenes, and it was just a pretty great movie in general. So like yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like the big crowd pleaser profit of the year, which I'm okay
yeah,
with. I'm okay with this film being
that's
with that
nice.
film being the biggest success of the year.
Yeah, like I don't think Avatar I can call it like a time capsule, so that's a weird term. But it just like I don't know. You can't really sell a movie on just the effects are
Uh
technically
huh.
impressive anymore. Like it's not like the same selling point as it was like a decade ago. So yeah, it's just not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still gonna make profit, but we aren't. There's not gonna be Avatar one box office numbers. That's all I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna
Yeah, I
say.
think the only reason that film did so well was because how breathtaking the visual effects were for the time. And they still are today. I saw the re-release of Avatar and I think it was a cool theater experience, even though the film is kind of like itself was just really mediocre if you ignore the visual effects. That's all the film really
Yeah,
has going for it: a cool world and visual effects. Which I heard they're also making a video game based off of Avatar, which I think is a cool
yeah, I
idea.
heard about that. That was like a
So
year ago, I think,
yeah,
when
it
it
was
went out.
announced.
I
I don't know
forget.
when it's coming out, but yeah, or
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we'll see if the three or four for if the other three Avatar sequels even get made. I think it might come down to the second film. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like we'll see. We'll see. I'm a bit. I'll see it. The film is almost 4 hours, so it's like even
Oh yeah,
longer.
I forgot that's
So
another thing.
I don't know.
I don't know, that would make me scared, but hopefully, like, at least gives time to
I just
actually
hope
develop
there's
what
yeah. I hope
the
they
characters
make
are.
like the characters less generic and uninteresting, which like that's how they were in the original movie. They were just pretty blatant and uninteresting with nothing with them going for it. There was just nothing interesting to them. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting to me. I'm interested to I don't know, maybe we'll discuss it, maybe we'll not. We have some other big ideas for episodes coming up in the Christmas month, the upcoming because it's almost
Yeah.
December.
So,
Um,
so
yeah.
one note about Avatar, like, too quickly. I don't know much about, like, I still don't even think it'll be great. But James Cameron is slash was he's really somehow amazing with sequels. Like
Mm,
Aliens is I enjoy. Well, actually, both are amazing, but Aliens I like way more than Alien. And Terminator 2 is my favorite movie of all time, and I
mm.
like Terminator 1, but Terminator 2 is way better. So hopefully he still knows how to make a really good sequel.
I need
I
to
hope.
see those
But
movies still.
oh, yeah, you should maybe potentially episode maybe. But anyway, point is, uh, James Cameron. I trust him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he makes a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it,
Yeah.
basically.
All right. That's
Yeah.
all. Brief mention for another movie that I saw. Is the new Marvel movie, the final of Phase 4. I don't know unless you want to count that holiday special of Guardians of the Galaxy that just released. But, like, yeah, I'm just going to call it the final Phase 4 movie. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is a tribute to Chadwick Boseman that I ended up watching. Um, I haven't really liked Phase 4. Also, this discussion is mainly just going to be about me since Brian hasn't even seen the movie.
I
He
did
did.
not watch it because
He doesn't
because
care too much
personally,
about Marvel. I just thought
because
it was worth a
personally
mention.
at first I don't know why. Well, at first I started because I thought it'd be funny if I went on an MCU strike. But now I'm like, all right, if I could actually go this long without watching another Marvel movie, that'd be pretty neat. So yeah, since Doctor Strange 2, I've been on Marvel lockdown.
The only
But
one
yeah,
I'm really excited for, like the only like Marvel movie I'm like actually have hope and hopefully it'll be good is Guardians 3. Cause like I don't know, I think the Guardians movies are probably some of the best MCU movies, so I
with
hope
that is
that's good.
I want it to be good too. But also considering how Thor 4 and Doctor Strange 2 went, and like, I
It
can't
gives me
count on it.
less hope, but
I can't count on a director being like
mm,
selling
yeah.
point. And it doesn't even matter that some of them made previous MCU things that were good, because you know people like Ragnarok. Then look at how Thor 4 turned out.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
We'll see. But yeah. I heard the holiday special is good. I haven't seen that yet, but
I
I heard
haven't
it's
heard
good.
much discourse about that since like
Yeah, I
just
just
came
heard
out.
it's
But
pretty good, so I might watch it. Um, yeah. The movie was whatever. If I'm being honest, a lot of people seem to like it, and I think as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, it works really well. I'm not gonna get into spoiler territory. I think this is a pretty short discussion. There's not really anything too interesting to spoil besides the after credit scene, which I liked. I liked the after credit scene, and I think there's a lot of good moments between the characters, like mourning over T'Challa's death, which I think was done well. I think it's a tribute for Chadwick Boseman. I think it works well. It works well for that better than as a film, because as a film, I just felt like it was whatever. Like it was okay, moderately okay. It's not. It was mediocre. It was whatever. Honestly, the CG was not good. I didn't like it. The dialogue, some of the dialogue felt awkward. Um, and it's just like it was just kind of boring and standard. Like there's hints of hints of decent ideas for character development, but I just feel like it wasn't expanded upon in an interesting or like believable way that made me care about the characters. And it's just like, yeah, there's a couple good moments between the characters that I like. There's a decent like portrayal of grief and loss that I think is done decently well, but I don't know. Like, there's nothing like also with the world building and whatnot that is like breaks the MCU like in Multiverse of Madness. But like here, it's just kind of whatever. Like it's just there's just nothing really interesting. Like I just didn't really care for it. Like I didn't care for the subplot that was happening with the FBI agents. I thought was lame. I thought it just like distracted from the main stuff. I thought the film was way too damn long for no reason. Certain scenes just drag on and just felt kind of boring. There's a couple of good moments, like I said. I guess the villain was fine. I don't know. He's like Aquaman, which is another movie we'll talk about later.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he is.
Told me that, maybe I would have watched it if I knew that. But
He's like he's like a more serious version of Aquaman, and he's whatever. Yeah. I don't like Ironheart as a character. Thought she was really bland and had no development. Basically, you could tweak the story and probably remove her completely. Like you could just replace like she's mainly just a bland plot device. It was just kind of whatever. It's kind of boring, honestly. This might be a hot take. I know a lot of people like this movie. A lot of positive reviews I noticed, but I just didn't really care for it all that much. It had its moments. There are some good performances. There's definitely passion here. It doesn't feel like a cash grab like the last two Marvel movies, which feels like they're just made to establish more stuff in the MCU, specifically with Multiverse of Madness, which felt like it was doing that. But this film feels like it was made more of passion in mind. There's clearly a lot of heart into commemorating his death, which I could definitely appreciate. You can tell that they all were really hurt by his death and they wanted to commemorate him respectfully, and they do a good job at that. And yeah, but as a movie, it's just kind of whatever. It's a movie that exists. It's one of the better modern Marvel movies since I haven't been liking the direction Marvel has been going. I don't know if we'll talk about Marvel all that much here. I don't know, here and there we'll have Marvel discussions, but yeah, I don't know. It's mid. It's mid. I don't even have much else to say. It was just kind of boring. I didn't hate it. Didn't love it. It's just a movie that exists. It's kind of there. Wish there was more to it with some of the characters. I can understand the character development here, but I just don't think it was expanded on in any like compelling or interesting way. And like, it's just whatever. Some stuff I thought was confusing, like the villain's reason for killing Ironheart. I guess there's not really much to spoil, really, except the after credits scene, which, like I said, I thought was pretty. Which was like I thought it was a cute moment. Yeah, mediocre. Good tribute though. I appreciate it. 5 out of 10. Yeah.
they really contributed there.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to say much. That was just mainly, yeah. So that was
Well,
Anthony talks about a modern Marvel product, which will
yeah.
happen
Maybe
every
this
now
will
and
happen again if he watches another one and I don't.
Yeah.
We'll see. Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I will say though, the one thing I do have to kind of say about it is, even if it's a good tribute, I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like it'd be more respect. It feels kind of weird that they're doing that. We'll also be like, all right, now we gotta like have another fucking Marvel movie in here that's like promoting other content and like trying to push the universe. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
making
I
like
don't know.
making like a tribute set up other products feels kind of weird to me. I don't know if that's
It's not
just
like
me.
insulting or anything, but
Not like in well, obviously like if the actual tribute stuff's fine, but I don't know.
mhm.
I feel like you could have made I don't know made that
I
separate
also
or
thought the
some I don't know.
visuals were kind of
Weird.
bad. Not as bad as some other Marvel Phase 4 stuff, like the effects in Thor Love and Thunder. But man, a lot of it looked bad. Yeah, I don't know. I also saw Glass Onion, a Knives Out story. Mystery, but that's a story for another day.
Was
Maybe.
there an actual glass onion? I
Yes,
forget.
there was an
Uh,
actual Glass Onion.
oh
That's where the movie
shit!
took
Yo, that's
place.
okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense. I get it now.
Okay, yeah, maybe talk about that another day. I don't know. Perhaps. Perhaps if we do our 2022 movie video when we talk about the films that have released from the past year. I don't know. We don't know when that will happen, but yeah. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Just a short discussion. So, let's get to the discussion of the other two movies we watched. Let's start off with the new cartoon saloon movie that I bet some people might not even be too familiar with. Um, My Father's Dragon is a film that is based off of a
Yeah,
book.
this was not.
This was barely marketed. No, this wasn't marketed
Yeah,
at all. No one's talking about it.
to be
It
fair,
doesn't.
actually, I, it just kind of happened. I only knew about it because new cartoon saloon movie came out, but
Yeah.
I think I only figured out it was coming out like the day of or day before,
Uh
which is
huh.
weird. I guess it
Yeah.
does kind of make sense though, considering it's Netflix and Netflix has not been the best with treating animation well
Mm-hmm.
the past like the past bit.
Uh huh.
That's something.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
Yeah, this is created by the same studio that was
uh,
created by Cartoon Saloon. They made the Song of the Sea, Wolf Walkers, The Breadwinner, and Secret of Kells. All pretty great movies. Their animation style, the great 2D animation, um, and it's definitely shines well in this movie as well. And it's like in a different way. I know it might be a given with this type of movie, but I think it was like I really like how it was utilized here, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, this was barely marketed. No one's talking about it. No one cares, and it also is sad because this is easily their weakest film. Like I didn't really like this movie. It was
I
like
feel bad
mediocre.
about it because I don't like. Then the thing is, I can't even say a lot of it is like that badly made. Like the way at times I kind of thing is, I was actually kind of into it at the beginning, like the first 10, 20 minutes or so. I was like, all right, this isn't great, but I'm kind of like a nice vibe to this. I can
Yeah,
like
me
get
sort of
into it.
as well.
But then after like the cat like transports him to the actual
To
fantasy
the
world and all that stuff,
yeah,
I was like, this is like not bad, but I don't know, I'm not
it's just kind of
really
a
invested.
generic kids movie. it's like
Mm.
it's like a it's fine. It's like it's okay. It's harmless. Nothing really terrible here. The animation is great. I definitely love the colors and how it shines well through the
But yeah,
island.
like the colors and all that, I love all
It's
that. That's
very
really nice, and
breathtaking. It's like
I
it's
do like
really nice.
the character designs too. Like it's not the most like compelling characters, but like the actual designs of, like all the creatures and stuff when they get to like the
Yeah.
fantasies. I like all of that a lot.
Mhm.
I like the design of the dragon actually, even though I don't like his character that much.
Yeah.
But uh,
Yeah. It's cute. It's a cute movie. I like the visuals are great. Um. Yeah. This is the biggest compliment I can really give this movie, though. It's just like it's nice visuals, but it's mainly style over substance. And there's some cute moments. There's some cute moments. Like the film has a pretty simple story. You got this kid. The kid wants money, I guess, to open a place with his mom so they can make money. I guess. And then she ends up going to this island to get this dragon so they can make money off of it. So like, and then they have to set off on a journey to like, I guess like save the island and whatnot. They have to save the island and then go home. And then and then they gotta help the dragon get like his wings or something. It's like a very basic story, and there's just not really much done interesting with it. Like, the main kid's fine, okay protagonist. What do you think of him?
He's I don't know. I think all the characters are like I don't know, just
They're
fine.
passable.
Kind of like the yeah, like. And here's the thing. One thing I do want to emphasize is I don't even think I can call this that awful or even like that mediocre. Like it's just like it's kind of solid, but a cartoon salute. And keep in mind, I've only seen other than this, I've only seen Wolfwalkers and the Song of the Sea. But keep in mind, like those movies, they're like I don't know. The main thing this movie has going for it is just like its animation and like charming enough characters, very nice visuals. But, like Wolfwalkers and Song of the Sea, they have like
They
that. They're
have
very
good
nice movies.
stories.
Yeah, they're like they're just have like very nice movies. But that's not
Yeah.
the only thing about them. There's like the characters. They're very. I really like the characters in both and
Mm-hmm.
the stories of both. I find both
Yeah.
really
Like in
investing. So
Wolfwalkers has like someone has cliches, but I think what they end up doing with its story and characters, somewhat makes up for it and gives it its own unique spin, and that coupled with the animation makes for a pretty great movie. Same with Song of the Sea,
yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
those
So,
movies are both fantastic. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think it's like unlike this movie, they just don't do anything with these cliches. It
There's not
feels
really much
more
to the characters don't really elevate it like above being like just
uh-huh.
kind of like fine as opposed to
Yeah.
like how their other movies are, which is a
Mhm.
shame, really. But
Yeah.
yeah,
This is based off a children's book, I'm pretty sure. So like I guess it might have been like, like there's more added to it to like expand it upon, I guess. But the kid is an
yeah,
okay
that could be.
protagonist. There's nothing he he has good intentions. He's fine, I guess. The film starts off okay, you got this like it's cute, it's a cute kid movie with like it's not amazing or anything, but it's cute for what it is. You got this kid and her mom. They're trying to move to the city, trying to raise money. Then he runs away, and then they go to the island. Then he meets the dragon, and then they just like go on a pretty generic and lame journey through this. Well, visually the island looks cool, just not much interesting stuff is done with it. There's just not much substance with the characters. The story is just
Yeah,
pretty generic and uninteresting, which is probably my biggest issue with it. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, the dragon was kind of annoying. He's like,
I know,
I know he's supposed to
like I think
be, like, I think he's,
I think he's like trying to. I think he's trying to be like kind of annoying, but I don't know. I just didn't get much out of he. He wasn't
yeah,
really interesting. Like every time he tried to be like, he had
fun.
wacky quips, but they weren't
They were
fun.
never funny.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
was funny, and maybe like, you know, I don't know, like he was making a freaking wacky quip every 5 seconds, and it was just
Yeah.
kind of got a bit ridiculous after a while, bit annoying. So that just kind of got old.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't get much out of his character. I mean, I like the scene with him and the boy, like a nice scene between them, like over some water. They just like talk about bravery. He thinks he's weak. Um, he wants to be more strong, and like that's cute on paper. Like it's a cute idea, for this character, but it's just like he's just mostly just making unfunny jokes throughout the entire movie. So it feels like this part could have been developed more because it's just not as compelling. It's just like I just didn't get much out of this film's story at all, or like characters.
Yeah.
It's just pretty mediocre. Like there's nothing inherently terrible about this movie. There's nothing inherently like awful about it, but it's just kind of a letdown. There's just nothing really notable about it besides the great colors, animation, and island. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, there's some cute moments. Um, it's just, I, the I
I kind
guess
of like the cat. Uh,
he's
I
like
kind
in
of would
one
have preferred if
yeah, the
I know
cat.
the cat was in like one scene. Was the main thing. I liked the cat,
Uh
and the
huh.
cat wasn't in the rest of the movie, so that wasn't fun.
I like
But
uh I kind of like
mm,
that kind of like that one animal. I actually forgot what the animal was. I saw this film like a week ago. We're kind of late to
oh,
this episode, like I said, so it was like this
mm.
animal who was with the villain, sort of, kind of the villain, like the white monkey, who kept
Oh
having
yeah,
panic attacks. You know that guy who kept
yeah. I
like
think I remember what you're talking about.
I
The
kind of
one,
like him. This film is forgettable. It's pretty standard and forgettable. Like there's nothing inherently awful about it, but there's nothing
the,
particularly all that good besides the good
because I don't like
visuals.
using cliche or like that as a criticism. Since like a lot of my favorite like things, yeah, they have cliches in them. They just have
Yeah,
stuff
I agree.
that I think like elevates them. But the
Hmm.
problem with this is even though it's not doing anything particularly wrong. It just like I don't know. It has the cliches. They're done well enough. But I don't see anything here that really elevates it to something that's like top tier, like Wolfwalkers or like Song of the Sea.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just not.
actual like more substance with the story that like engages you to it. There's a lot of powerful emotional moments in those films. Like I saw two other cartoon saloon movies before seeing this one, The Breadwinner and The Secret of Kells, and I generally just really loved the endings and some of the characters in both of those movies. Like Secret of Kells had good messages about art and creation, and The Breadwinner had like a nice like a terror like such an it did a good portrayal of this like very sad period, and like it definitely gave me the feels. It was pretty emotional. I enjoyed both of those. I enjoy cartoon saloon movies are never style over substance. I think this is like it feels like this is much more geared towards kids in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Like
it's not
like
like
it's much more of like a kiddie movie than their usual stuff. Like I
yeah,
guess adults might get something out of it. Like they might find it cute. Like I find this film somewhat cute and for what it is. Like it's a cute movie. I enjoyed it for what it is. But I just wanted. I just think there could have been so much more to it. Because like if you
yeah,
just look at it as a
exactly.
standalone movie, there's just really not that much to it.
You
I,
honestly like if you're talking about like the kiddie aspect, right? I don't know. Like Wolfwalkers and Song of the Sea, I wouldn't call those deep movies really, but they have like
there's
oh, they have
something
stuff that like makes
compelling
them
and
interesting. Yeah, there's
engaging
like
to it.
yeah, there's stuff you like think about and just beyond like just the surface like story and stuff. It just
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say this movie's not deep since that makes me sound pretentious, but it just yeah, there's not like a lot to it compared to their other stuff.
Yeah, there's just more. There just could have been more potential here that I think could have been more utilized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
and
sad.
I don't even really know what else to say. If I'm being honest,
Sad
it's
movie
like
for kids.
it's just a standard kids movie. Now that I think about it, this will probably be a pretty short episode. like
Yeah, probably.
yeah, because
The next thing I don't have a lot to say about
we
either,
don't have
but
too much to say about some of these movies. But yeah, hopefully like don't worry because like I think the next like I think
next couple are going to be
yeah
bigger. I can assure you that.
two episodes probably that we plan maybe near December, during like two Christmas specials we have planned. Those ones are probably going to be longer, so it'll probably make up for the frankly pretty short episode that this is. So yeah, but it's a fun, cute film. Didn't have a bad time with it if I'm being honest. But there just could have been so much more here. There's not enough like substance or endearment, and it kind of gets worse the longer I think about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
agree, both.
it's like it's whatever. I don't even know what else to say. I want to say more because like I feel like I should, but there just isn't. The characters
I don't
are
know. But we
fine.
shouldn't like drag
Um,
it out or anything.
yeah, the
But
characters are fine. The visuals are great. Like I said, I love the world and like I like the scenery. It's definitely like majestic. They definitely like go all out with the great color palette. It's a very great movie. The score. Oh yeah, the score. The score is also fantastic. Easily.
And the scores. Oh yeah, we should probably forget
Yeah,
that.
the
Yeah, that's
score is
really nice. It's
amazing.
like one
It's
of the things that kind of elevates it. Like
Yeah,
just
I like
really
the
nice in a lot
whistle
of
that the
cases.
two main characters do, which is something majestic about it that I thought was
Yeah.
nice. The score and animation are the only things in this movie that I would find amazing. And it's like
Mhm.
yeah, no one seems like talking about it. Even some like diehard cartoon saloon fans who like absolutely adored Wolfwalkers and The Breadwinner probably might not even know about this movie because how poorly Netflix marketed it.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
one thing I will say though. Netflix does need to market their animated
yeah,
movies like better.
exactly.
Cause even with like actually, I think we brought this up in the Wendell and Wild
Yeah,
episode we
they
did
did
like a
not
bit ago.
market that
But even
much.
like but even with that movie too, like both of these I think have like problems to them. But like I don't know,
Yeah.
like you can just like I don't know. Even if you should just market your stuff better, because like there are clearly people who cared about both of these and wanted to see when they came out,
Uh
but
huh.
no one knew because Netflix just
Yep.
forgets to market their
Uh huh.
movies. Okay,
Which is pretty
good job.
disappointing.
Well, at least their animated projects exist. Cough, cough,
Yeah.
HBO Max, cough,
Mm-hmm.
cough. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Even though they're not marketing them. Anyways, honestly,
mhm.
I don't think I have a. Do you have anything else to say?
No, we can just move on to ratings and
Yeah,
stuff then.
I'd give it a 5 or 6 out of 10. I'm torn
I'd give it a
between both of
six because
them.
I don't really think there's much like factually like wrong with it. It's just not like that interest.
It's
It's
just
not much
not
that
like
stands out for me and makes me want to come back to it. Is the thing
yeah, I don't
basically?
feel like sitting through a lot of it again.
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. There's just nothing that memorable or compelling about it. Which is like Cartoon Saloon has the power to do something like this, so it was pretty disappointing here, but whatever. I give it a 6 or 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess that's it. Go on to our final movie of the day. Yeah, we watched this a while ago, but we just why not talk about it? We didn't know what else to talk about, so let's just talk about Aquaman. Aquaman, baby, let's
Yeah.
go. Come on,
DCEU
Aquaman.
film Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Aquaman is a
go.
film, and it's really really bad, but it is
It's fun.
fun.
It's very
That's the
fun.
main thing.
Very dumb and entertaining is
Yeah.
a way a lot of
And the
people
main
seem
thing
to
is
describe it.
yeah, the thing is, I've seen. I think actually, if I were to check, I've seen exactly half of the DCEU because I've seen the Snyder movies, including Justice League, which is a Snyder movie. I'm not going to debate that. Shut up. And then I've seen this, and then Black Adam, which we talked about, and the Suicide Squad. And
Uh-huh.
most of those, and I gotta say, most of those movies are bad. And I like this, and even the Suicide Squad, which I like, has problems to it that I'm like, on
Yeah.
some stuff. But thing is, even though these movies are like on the same, Aquaman is probably on Snyder tier if we're talking unironic quality. Like, I hate it. But thing is, I hate all those Snyder movies except for Justice League because that movie's also epic,
Uh-huh.
significantly more. Simply just because this movie's way more entertaining. Like
Yeah.
like they got
It's
James Wan for this, right? Who's
yeah.
done other
It's
epic films, and
it's dumb.
it's really like you could tell that like even though he probably didn't write the script that well, he like kind of enjoyed making this movie because it's just dumb as fuck, and I kind of love it for that. It just the action scenes are so relentlessly silly, like like that fucking boat scene near the beginning,
Uh-huh.
climax, all of it. It's
Yeah,
just amazing.
like the friggin' opening when we see Aquaman break onto the boat and just beat the crap out of
Yeah.
a bunch of
Well, and the
hijackers.
opening
It's
scene too,
funny.
the like one of the opening scenes, like that fucking like sped up fight
Yeah,
scene between like
just seeing the freaking characters underwater and seeing the way their hair moves is just hilarious to me. I
oh
don't know
yeah
why. It's just like the visual
yeah
effects
the
are
effects too.
so
They're just
bad. They're
oh, yeah
so
they're
fake,
abysmal in it.
especially during the climax when it's like this freaking war and Aquaman murders like millions of people. Aquaman has
Yeah.
probably killed more people than Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
the funny thing is,
exaggerating.
he's supposed to be in the DCU. Where actually, funny thing, they wouldn't know. But in Black Adam, they make a big deal about how you shouldn't kill
You shouldn't
people.
kill
Superheroes
people.
don't do that.
Tell that to
But then
Aquaman.
meanwhile, Aquaman, one of the main members of the Justice League, just kills people
Just kills
constantly.
millions of
But I
people,
guess
an
nothing
entire
don't care.
civilization, and just like it's just why? Why is he doing this?
No one can say really.
Yeah, it's like it's so
Mhm.
it's so dumb and all over the place.
And another thing, even though this movie, like, I think it tries to make you take it less seriously, obviously, than the Snyder movies, and those are like all dreary, pretentious pieces of shit. This,
Mhm.
like, I think they want you to take it seriously in at least some form, but like, it's just so goofy the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
Aquaman is a character too. Like, I don't know what it is. She's not a bad character and stuff I've seen, but just he's just such a goofy character. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
he's a joke. He's a joke. Aquaman
Aquaman
is
is
a
a funny
joke.
character. Like,
He
if
can.
you here's like if you see Aquaman in like a
Mhm.
comedy like thing like a parody,
Yeah, he's a meme.
joke is about just a
Haha,
joke.
he could talk to the fish.
Mm,
It's also funny because
mm,
like he's just always taken as a joke, and it's just funny to
yeah.
me. I also love the scene when they're in Africa and they play the African thing with
Oh
Pitbull.
yeah, yeah. That was
Um,
very on the nose.
it's
But
very on the nose music choice, and you got to love the
mhm.
epic battle scene underwater when we get to see the stats of Aquaman and Ocean Master as they go to head to toe with each other. It's very epic, and you got to see like freaking
Yeah.
Black Manta, the villain. He's like, he's like, he's all like, you killed my father, so now I'm gonna kill. I'm just gonna. Now he just and for some reason he ends up just working with this ocean guy who is trying to kill the human race, and for some reason he works with that for some reason. Ugh, the
Yeah,
writing and dialogue is really bad, like hilariously bad.
none of this movie makes any sense if you think about it.
Just not any sense. It's so incompetent in every single way. Like the fact that Atlantis, for example, it's not even that far from underwater, and yet people just notice it. People just don't believe in Atlantis. Just doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. Some people don't think it
like all
exists.
Atlantis, like they don't trust it. But, like you could like you could
Yeah.
practically swim to it. It's
Uh
not like
huh.
that below water.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Also, yeah. Spoilers. By the
Yeah.
way, we technically didn't spoil anything from My Father's Dragon, so
Oh,
there nothing
okay, we
really
didn't do
was
that
to
intentionally, but
spoil.
okay.
There's nothing really
Well,
to
Aquaman
spoil
doesn't
about
have
that.
much to spoil either.
Yeah,
It's just
but yeah.
very
So it
scary.
turns out Aquaman's mom is alive, just randomly alive. They don't explain how she survived. She's just alive now, and they bring her back into the climax to basically solve the conflict. And then she's all like, "Stop killing people! Stop killing millions of people!" And then that just like I think solved just mostly everything. It's just dumb, and you gotta
Then they
love.
don't even like foreshadow that at all. It just
Yeah, she
kind of
just
happens.
comes back randomly. And you gotta love, and then there's Amber Heard who plays the love interest who has next
Oh
to
yeah,
no
I
chemistry with Aquaman.
forgot about that. Amber Heard. That's the one. That's the
Amber
one not
Heard
epic thing.
meme. Let me get there. I don't
That's
think she's even gonna be in the sequel.
Oh,
Like,
I think she like had scenes, but even if they don't cut her out, she has like 10 minutes. So luckily,
okay.
Aquaman 2 is not going to be tampered with because of
Yeah.
An- Amber Heard
Really
not
hyped
being
for
in it.
Aquaman 2. We
Oh
definitely will
yes, I'm
discuss
gonna
that when
be
that comes out.
definitely
It was
100%.
sadly delayed. And it's like also a funny detail was like how Aquaman and his dad they look nothing alike. Like at first glance, I thought that they were just friends. They did not look like father and son. No, they're completely different people. They don't
He
look
doesn't even
alike at
look
all.
significant. He doesn't even look significantly older, which is
They,
weird.
and no, he almost looks younger than Aquaman. It's
Mm.
just so dumb. He doesn't look or act like a father. It's so weird. And
Mm.
then it's just like There's a lot of just dumb moments when you're like, what is happening here? What? Just so many moments like that, like how during the after credit scene somehow Black Manta is still alive even though he should be dead. He took like a massive fall. He should 100% be dead. He should be long dead. He's just dead. He should just be completely dead on the ground, smushed. But he's not. He's still alive, and that's just hilarious to me. He also doesn't serve much of a purpose to the plot if you think about it, right?
Yeah, not really. Just
He's
he's
just like
there,
he's
I
just
guess.
there because his father died. Like I don't
Mm.
know, they could have
He
just set
doesn't have
him
much of
up
a
in the
presence.
after credit scene. They didn't
He's
need
like
to
in
set
a
him up in this
he
movie.
doesn't really have any presence as like an antagonist at all.
He's a
To be
lame
honest,
antagonist. He's so
yeah.
pathetic.
Which to be fair, that is kind of a DCU staple also, but it just
It's just
a
like a
very
mess. It's got your usual DCEU crap, like awful, abysmal visual effects that are hilarious. I just the
mhm.
motivation of the villain, how he wants to like, how he wants to freaking. His motivation is that he wants to kill the human race because of freaking climate change and global warming and pollution. It's just like, on one
Mhm.
hand, that sounds really stupid for a super villain's motivation, but on the other hand, that makes sense. That makes sense for a fish guy's motivation. So it's just like it makes sense, but it is so dumb as like a super villain motivation if you think
Like
about it.
technically, it just like it seems like a after school PSA kind of like, oh, this is the gonna teach you guys about climate change, about these issues.
Yeah,
So
climate
just
change,
weird.
pollution, that's destroying
It
my
just
home. I'm gonna kill the entire world because of that.
exactly. It's just weird. It's so weird.
It's so
Like it's just a
pathetic.
weird shit.
He's
I don't
such a pathetic
understand.
villain. It's so
Hmm.
funny. Friggin' Ocean Master, and the fight he has with Aquaman is also hilarious. It also feels
Oh yeah.
like nothing really happens most of it.
Hmm.
Like there isn't too
It's
big of
weird.
an arc for Aquaman.
It's weird. This like Aquaman. The movie is weird because it feels like a lot happens, but also nothing happens at the
No,
same
it
time.
feels like there's like
Like,
there should be more happening, but there really isn't. Like there's okay, so Aquaman he discovers he's no he discovers that he's the heir to Atlantis, and then his brother is trying to take the throne, I guess, and then they fight. I guess, and they try to stop him. They go to a certain. They end up, I think, getting banished. Is that? Am I right about that?
yeah, I think so.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, and then they go to Africa, and then they try to find a way back, and to get something that will stop him. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Never mind. They set on a journey in ordering to get something that will stop the villain, and then they just get this massive creature that Aquaman rides. Like oh yeah, to get like the Triton thing that he can use, and then he gets his epic suit, Aquaman suit, and then he fights the villain and kills millions of people, and then he meets with his mom earlier on, and then there's the climax. It feels like there's more going on because of like the vapid and all over the like the all over the place
yeah,
action.
just the nature of it makes it seem like it's more plot filled than it really
Yeah,
is.
even though it feels
A
like
lot
there's
of it is
barely any
honestly a lot of it is just like
progression.
exposition, just trying to explain
Yeah.
stuff, which
Uh
you think
huh.
would make it more sense. But then every time they
Wait.
try to explain,
Hello. Wait. Oh,
uh,
never mind. My audio glitched for a second. That was
yeah.
just me though.
So
Okay.
yeah, like a lot of it, a lot of it is just explaining like shit, which you think would make things make more sense. Every explanation they do give makes the world make less sense. So it's like,
Yeah,
all right,
just like the
it
whole
doesn't.
fact that, like I said, Atlantis doesn't seem to be that far underground, so you think people would discover it. In some way, that maybe
Mhm.
is like the same issue I have with Wakanda Forever, but it makes at least more sense in that movie because it's like, like farther down from the sea at least, but still
Yeah.
feels like it should have should have been discovered in some way, you know. but I think it was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
foreshadowed in Endgame, so I guess I can't blame it too much. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like in this movie, it's just a really dumb fun movie. It's all over the place. Aquaman as a character just feels like he's just like does he go through an arc really?
Not really. I guess he
Not
like
like I guess
he learns things. I guess
he learns
about
that
his
he's the heir
culture.
to Atlantis. He learns about his
Yeah,
culture.
he learns his mom was alive. I guess the
He just
entire time.
learns
That's
things. He doesn't really have much of a nothing really interesting to overcome in any way.
yeah, yeah.
There's
It's
a
just
lot
I
of
don't know.
moments when it feels like he's just trying to like just smile for the camera, pose for the camera, like when he's lifting the frickin' submarine, and he's like,
Mhm.
and then that hilarious action scene at the beginning when he just like beats the
Yeah,
crap out of like
honestly,
a
might be
bunch
my
of
favorite part of the
hijackers.
movie. That part just so goofy.
Yeah, how they like
I can't.
present him as this like epic badass who ends up killing people. Like, wow, Aquaman is such an epic. He's so epic. I love Aquaman. Holy cow,
Ew.
so epic. He can talk to the fish. Wow. Honestly,
Mhm.
I want to make this video longer, but honestly,
You
I
can't
realize
stretch it
we
that too
can't
bad.
stretch it. We don't have too much to say about these movies. Maybe some of these weren't the best to discuss, but
Yeah,
hey, oh well.
yeah, it's okay. We'll make mistake. It's fine.
It's
But
okay. We'll have a
yeah,
short episode here and there. This is our shortest episode so far. But oh well.
all
I
okay.
guess it's
Oh well.
it's it's a bad movie. It sucks. It's awful,
Oh, it's amazing, and
but it's
yeah, we
also
both know that.
amazing. It's a dumb, all
You want
over
to
the
get
place, structureless, dumb movie, and I
yeah.
love it.
You want to get into ratings and stuff now, or you
Yeah. Do you
got
have any?
anything else?
I guess you don't have anything else to say.
No, just other than the fact that this is more fun than any
Yeah,
other
it's
DCU
pretty
movie.
epic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give it a 3 out of 10.
Uh huh.
Dumb, but also it's
It's fun.
epic. Yeah.
I'd give it.
Aquaman 2 gonna be hype.
Yeah,
On God,
hype.
on
We'll
God.
talk about that. I also give it a 3 out of 10. So yeah, that's it. Kind of a shorter episode, I guess. But yeah, don't worry. We'll probably like start record. Probably start like we have Christmas specials planned that will probably be longer.
Yeah.
So
Well,
stay
we
tuned
have
for that.
two set in stone planned. And then
Yeah.
we have another episode planned.
Uh
If we
huh.
have any other stuff, we won't
Yeah.
know for
All
sure.
right.
But,
Well,
yeah.
that's it. Pretty short episode, I
Yeah.
know, like I said. But hope you had
Yeah.
fun. And
All right.
yeah, thanks you for tuning in to another episode of Campy Cast.
Yeah.
And
Have a nice day.
yeah, thank you for watching. The 10 people
Yeah.
watching this since we don't get much
Yeah.
views. But hey, we do this for fun. We do this for fun.
Exactly. It's about fun.
It's
Thank
about
you
fun.
all. Have a nice day.
And bye.
Bye bye.